Hello everyone, it's Waifu Belector. As of right now, we're just a little over a week away from the Game Awards, and of course, more than just awards and recognition are given out at the Game Awards. There are also plenty of game announcements, so what I want to do here in this video is speculate about a few of the games and announcements we might see at the Game Awards, and see if we can figure out some of the more likely things that'll show up. Starting with something I really do find very likely: Capcom's unannounced major title. See, not too long ago we got confirmation that Capcom has an unannounced major release set to come out by March 2024. As of right now, we still don't know what that game is, but it's pretty reasonable to assume that a game releasing in February or March of 2024 would announce itself a few months earlier in December 2023. And what better stage than the Game Awards, a perfect place to make sure your announcement doesn't go unseen, and happens to be at a perfect time to accommodate this game's alleged release. It all makes sense to me, so I do think we'll get this announcement. However, there's still the matter of figuring out what the hell the game even is. Well, as I said, the game has been referred to as a major title, so that probably rules out certain Capcom properties, or at the very least makes them less likely. It's also an unannounced game, so it's not Dragon's Dogma 2 or Pragmata. It could be the Resident Evil Code Veronica remake that a lot of people have been begging for, or the next proper big Monster Hunter game that fans have affectionately dubbed Monster Hunter World 2 for lack of a better title. These choices kinda make sense within the time frame and because they're Capcom's strongest IP. However, even though some of their other properties don't rake in quite as much dough, I still think they'd look at something like Devil May Cry 6 as a major title. So we can't completely rule it out, but it does seem unlikely. Smart money is probably on something Resident Evil or Monster Hunter, but I wouldn't think that it would be a Resident Evil 5 remake because that seems too soon after we've gotten the Resident Evil 4 remake. There is, however, the possibility that this game is just a brand new IP, or if they want to really blow the roof off the place, they'd announce the Dino Crisis remake. But yeah, whatever the game turns out to be, I think we'll find out at the Game Awards on December 7th. Another game I think we could see for the first time is Ghost of Tsushima 2. It's been a long time since we've heard from Sucker Punch. Ghost of Tsushima was in 2020, so 2024 makes a lot of sense for the sequel to release. Hence, December and the Game Awards being a great place to announce that it's coming. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ghost of Tsushima 2 gets announced here. However, it's not a guarantee. I mean, none of this is, but Ghost of Tsushima 2 a little less so because, as you know, PlayStation does their own state of plays. Presumably, if they're planning one of those for the near future, they would like to have a big game to announce at it. So if they don't have much of anything else on the horizon, they might hold Ghost of Tsushima for themselves. We know that Ghost of Tsushima 2 is in production. We've known that for a long time. So if we don't get it revealed at the Game Awards, I think it'll show up at the next state of play. And possibly in its place at the Game Awards, something from Housemarque maybe, who Sony acquired after Returnal in 2021. So maybe Returnal 2 or something completely new. Or we could see Death Stranding 2 again, but actual gameplay this time. Who knows? But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima 2 seems decently likely to me. But okay. Now, here's something that I think we could see, and I think we should see. Monolith's Wonder Woman game. When the Game Awards air, we will be 2 days away from it being 2 years since this game was last shown to us in any way. So in order for people to believe that this thing is happening, just for the sake of looking like the game isn't in complete shambles behind the scenes, I think they should show us something. And with people attacking the Suicide Squad game, with people attempting to attack even the Wonder Woman game, if Monolith or Warner Brothers or whoever has something good to show, they should show. And personally, I think by now you should have something to show, and I've got to hope and believe that they will show us something. So yeah, that's that. Another game I think needs to show us substantially more is Hellblade 2. Look, Xbox still needs to showcase games. Hellblade specifically needs to showcase itself. This game has been getting delayed and pushed back since like 2021 or some shit. And they're always saying, but it's coming next year, and then it doesn't come. And we've honestly seen very little of it despite it having like 3 trailers. Hellblade 2 could show up, it should show up. And if it does show up, no matter what they're showing is, if it's a good trailer, a bad trailer, all CG or all gameplay, no matter what they show, there needs to be a concrete date attached to it. Not a time frame. I don't want to see summer 24, fall 24, a week from the 3rd Tuesday of the 7th month 24. Tell us the exact day we can play the game. This game has been running from us forever. The time is now to show up and stick around. That phrase also applies to deadbeat dads. But yes, Hellblade 2 is a game I believe we might see at the Game Awards. Now listen, there are a lot of games that we might see. The possibilities are endless, and it's not possible to predict games that we just flat out don't know about. There are also a ton of games that I want to see that either are too specific to my personal wants or just don't seem insanely likely. So I'm only gonna formally point out one more announcement that I think we'll see. The Elden Ring DLC. I think we'll finally see gameplay, and I think we'll get a release date for the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. We're almost 2 years from Elden Ring's release. It just feels like it's time. The DLC has to be coming in 2024. I would say Q1 if I had to guess, and if that is the case, there is no better place for the 2022 Game Awards Game of the Year winner to announce its expansion than the Game Awards 2023. I think it's a really good chance that we get our first look at the Shadow of the Erdtree on December 7th at the Game Awards. But okay, there's some quick stuff we might see at the Game Awards. That's all I was here for. That's all I wanted to do. Of course there's more. Of course I want more, but those are just a few big things that may appear. Personally, I would love if another Riot Forge game got announced. I would love if another Project L character got announced, although that game probably isn't coming until 2025, so it's okay if they want to shut up about it. I would love Wolfenstein 3. I would love a new Doom, which I believe was leaked to be called Year 1. And I would love some surprise games that I didn't know I wanted. And for all I know, all that stuff might happen. We'll just have to wait and see. Until then, why not like this video and maybe even subscribe? I really would appreciate it. But until next time, I am Waifu Belector. I am just a normal guy. I like hentai, and all of these predictions were probably wrong. Goodbye.